Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, let's see what we got for you right now. You said I haven't seen a minivan in Diecast fans channel lately. Well, you're looking at one right now. I didn't forget about my minivans. All right, let's see what we got in front of us right now. Let me do a proper presentation. We have a 143 scale Seat Alhambra. Now, the beautiful Seat Alhambra was a minivan uh, group of brands that got together and made a minivan for their brands. Example, what I mean by that, back in 1996, Volkswagen, Ford, and Seat made their own minivans, which more or less all three look alike. They're very similar to each other. As you probably know, the Volkswagen was called the Charan, and the Ford was called the Galaxy, and the Seat was the Alhambra. By the way, guys, if you might say Alhambra, what a weird name to get into a, a van or any type of car. If you're not from Spain, or if you're not familiar with Spanish cities, Alhambra it's part of Spain. It's a place or a city in Spain. Just so a lot of folks may say, "What a weird name." Hey, it makes sense. It represents part of the Spanish cities or history. You know what I mean. All right, guys. Like I said, this is a 1996 model because it's the very first generation. And this model right here, the 1996, ran all the way down to 2010. Yep, 2010. It did have a facelift, which I have it. I also have the Alhambra with a facelift. I have it. It's really nice looking also. I actually really like the one with the facelift even more. But one thing I would love to let you guys know, the Ford Galaxy, which was the sister model to this, they gave up on their share of the minivans in 2006. So after 2006, they drop off. So after that, only Volkswagen, Sharon, and Seat Alhambra continue with their joint. Even though as we all know, Volkswagen is the owner of Seat. So it's a joint between father and son, or mother and daughter, or however you want to call it. All right, guys, let's talk about the engines. I guess depends on the market that were sold. There's quite a few different engines. You had a 4 speed and a 6 speed, a 1.8 and a 2.0 4 speed. And then we had a 2.8 6 speed engine. And then we had diesel engines, all turbo diesels, 1.9 and a 2.0. Not a bad car, really nice looking. Just so you know, the Seat Alhambra is no longer being made. They made the second generation went from 2010 all the way down to 2020. So in 2020, they stopped making the Seat Alhambra altogether. So that's a bummer. You know, a lot of markets they are giving up on their minivans a lot since the SUV hype started. The minivans dropped little by little, and that's what happens. Maybe in the future, SUVs will drop because another type of car came by and started getting very popular. And hey, that's the rule of the game. You gotta make it survive while it's popular. Once it's not, the next one will come up and take over. All right, guys. By the way, before I forget, transmission wise, you had a 6 speed manual or we had a 5 speed automatic. One regular automatic, the other one was a Tiptronic automatic. So you got the best of both worlds. That's good. That's good. All right, guys. I'm going to go around a few times and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So, what do you guys think about these minivans? I gotta tell you, minivans is a bit sad how markets are dropping minivans left and right. They were such a car for the mass production because you could fit everybody there, your whole family and your dog. And it's sad how markets are giving up on them for the SUVs. But then when SUV starts giving all these problems and they say, hey, but the minivan didn't have this and the minivans didn't have that. But the SUVs are giving us this and giving us this problem and that problem. And I gotta tell you, minivans once were very popular and hopefully they don't die out. But in the 90s and the 2000s, the early 2000s, they were the car to have. Oh, they used to call the mothers that have kids the soccer moms, because they used to go out on the weekends and take their kids to the soccer games and basketball games, or just as a reference. All right, guys, don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up that I always appreciate, and you could share the video with your friends, family member, cousin, uncle, whoever likes these cars and brings you memories. Don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button that will remind you when I'm posting more videos. You know, and also comment below. Let me know what you guys think about these cars. Do they bring memories? You never seen them in person. Maybe it was just the car that you love to have one day, but you couldn't because you barely find them in good condition, or yeah, whatever the reason is. Let me know whether they sold as a Seat or you remember their sister model, the Volkswagen Saran or the Ford Galaxy. All right, everyone, take care of yourselves more than ever, and goodbye.